What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? It's your guy Q, the movie collector, here again, back with another video. And on today's video, we're gonna be going through all of my titles I picked up for the month of July. Sorry if my voice is just a little bit hoarse, just a little bit, it's not much. Me and the wife went to celebrate our 10-year anniversary in the Smokies. So we went to a lot of different places and we had a whole ton of fun. And I didn't document anything, so there was a special trip that we took to Orbit DVD in Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah, so we took it there. So it was a pretty nice trip. But as you guys know, this month has been a crazy whirlwind of a month. And I deeply apologize to all of you guys that have been following me for as long as you have, that I didn't really post anything for the month of July. You know, I had three really very difficult losses this past month. I had the first loss I had, we had to put one of our dogs down. The second one was I lost my grandmother. We were extremely close. And third, I lost a very dear good friend I call my brother, who has been a co-worker of mine for over 14 years. I lost him as well. So it's been a very difficult month for me to film. And for those of you guys that stuck around from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I really do gladly appreciate that. Every single one of you guys that sent well wishes, that prayed for me, like I can't begin to thank you guys enough. I really do and truly do appreciate that. But like I said, it was a big month, so let's get on to the haul. So this is my entire haul for July, and this has been the biggest month I've had this year, as far as like titles coming in. And I don't know where I want to start. Let's start with let's see what we got here. I'm gonna start off with the stuff my friends over at Alliance Entertainment sent over. For all these releases that I've got here, I will put dates at the bottom so you guys know when they're releasing here in August. But the first one I got in, I remember seeing some people talk about this when they went to the movie theaters and saw it. I can't wait to check it out. This is a film by Genki Kawamura. That's Exit 8. So that's Exit 8 there. So I got this in. The next one I got in, this was an A24, and they sent me the 4K of it, and I watched this movie, and holy crap. This movie was not exactly what I was expecting. After I watched it, I told my coworkers to watch it, and they thought the exact same thing. And that is the drama. So I got the drama in, as you can see there. Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. So we got that in. Very, very good movie. Very good movie. Highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend. It's a good watch. The next thing I got sent in was Marshals on Blu-ray, season 1. You can see here. If you're a fan of the Yellowstone TV series, this is well worth the pickup. I'm not too familiar with Yellowstone. Like I've said in the past, I need to set aside some time and actually watch that television series. And from the little bits that I have seen, it looked really good. So if you guys are fans of it, let me know in the comments if I should check it out or not. The next one I got in was season 3 of Reacher. That's season 3 of Reacher on Blu-ray. So there's that. And then next up are the movies that they sent me, some more movies they sent me in. This one, I remember seeing a lot of people talk about this when it first came out. I didn't really look too far into it, so I'm really thrilled to check this out. But that is Hokum. This is a neon release. Yes, a neon release. It's a neon release there. Sorry for the glare there, people. So that's Hokum. The next one I got in also comes courtesy of Neon, and that is I forgot how you pronounce his name. Boz Lerman, Elvis. I mean Epic. I said Elvis because I know he directed Elvis. But this is epic. Now, this I'll do like I'm gonna do a review on this. And you know, to the people that are following me on Instagram, did anyone notice that person say that black man watching something on Elvis? I like Elvis. I like his music. So, and this here, what they done with all of that old footage, it looks so good. The sound was amazing on there as well. Just look forward to the review on this. This was an incredible pickup, and I would even say this is a nice companion piece to go along with that Elvis movie that came out a few years back. So that is Boss Lerman's Epic. And next up is a thriller. Is a block. It was the first big blockbuster of the year, I think. And I'm so happy that I got sent this from Alliance. I know there's like some really huge, spectacular special edition. As you know, I don't really die for any of that stuff unless I'm a massive fan. And who knows, I might double dip after I see this. But that is Project Hail Mary in 4K. Ryan Gosling. I heard nothing but great things about this movie. And I really cannot wait to check this out. And I heard it looked really amazing, especially in IMAX. So I can't wait to check this out and see how great this film is. If you guys have seen Hail Mary, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of it and if I should definitely check this out, which I am going to check it out, but just let me know in the comments. There's that. Next up, as y'all know, at the end of June, I think they kicked off. Barnes and Noble kicked off their Criterion sale, their 50% off Criterion sale. And here's something for you guys that may not be in the know about this. Typically, when that happens, Amazon price matches that promotion. So there's some titles in here that I did get from my local Barnes and Noble, and there's some in here that I opted to get from Amazon because Barnes and Noble, depending on how yours is, they're really strict on the security measures with it. They won't put out their 4Ks. At least I know that from my Barnes and Noble. They won't put out 4Ks. Before you just go over and grab, you got to go see an assistant for them to go to the back and grab it. And sometimes they may not even have it. So, to anyone, like I know the guy over at my Barnes and Noble. If you watching this, y'all need to get y'all inventory together. Seriously, get your inventory together because there were countless times I went there when it said they had it in stock and they didn't have it. So, word to the wise, when in doubt and you don't see it on shelf, just buy it from Amazon, straight up. So, the first one I got in was this movie by Jonathan Glazer, and it stars Nicole Kidman in Birth. So I picked this up. That's the 4K of that. I also picked up a Lawrence Kasdan film, which it stars, what is his name? William Hurt, and that is Body Heat. I've been wanting to check this out too. And again, people, I definitely apologize for the glare. Sorry about that. Now this was one of the ones that I had to opt to order from Amazon because my Barnes & Noble said they had it and they didn't have it. And what led to me buying this was the Jackie Chan's Breakout Hits set because it has Police Story 4 First Strike in it. And I said, well, I got to get more familiar with the movie series for me to dive into that fourth one. I just didn't want to dive in the fourth one and not know nothing about the character. So I picked up Jackie Chan Police Story and Police Story 2. This is the Blu-ray release that Criterion put out. Very beautiful release too. Very, very beautiful release. Tons of special features. I really love this. I was super happy when I got this in. So there's that. And on the opposite side there, you got Police Story 2. And open it up. Got a nice little booklet. I think this is a booklet. Or no, it's a poster. It's a poster. And this is the inside of it here. As you guys can see there. Very nice release. I know this has been out for quite some time. But I was very happy to have it. And I have watched both of these. I do know that, who is it? 88 Films? I think it's 88 Films. They put out like a 4K set of these movies. And to be honest with you, these Blu-rays look so good that I don't feel the need to have to go back after those movies. That's just my personal opinion. But this ain't the last you'll see of Jackie Chan in this video. So that's Police Story that I picked up. Also, my Barnes and Noble said they had this in stock and they didn't, so I had to opt to order this from Amazon. And this is a David Lynch classic that is the 4K of The Elephant Man. So I picked this up. What's the name of that other company that is in the UK that also released this? They also have that too, so that's another really good option. I opted for this one because I'm trying to build my David Lynch collection through the Criterion Collection. I think now they just need to put out Eraserhead. That's that's the one I need now, and I know there's a 4K of it. Just Criterion, y'all need to get the 4K of Eraserhead out. But that's that. Next up, I picked up, this was a new release this past month, and it's a Scorsese film that I've never seen. And if you know anything about me, I love Scorsese movies, but I've never seen this, and it stars Ellen Burstyn and Chris Christopherson. And that is Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out as well. So there's that. And next up that I got, this one here, I don't know why I never picked it up. I really don't. And I notice everyone that either they're a huge Criterion collector or they have small amounts in their collection from Criterion and they have this in their collection. And I said, you know what? I either do this now or forever hold my peace. I picked up the classic House. And believe this or not, I have never seen this before. I have never seen it. If you guys seen House, let me know in the comments what I'm about to get myself into. I think, for the most part, a lot of people say it's like a psychedelic, like horror film of some sorts. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. There's a lot of like Asian, Japanese, and I got a whole lot of those movies this month. So keep that in mind. So next up, I picked up a David Cronenberg film called Crash. I picked that up as well. I do know that Arrow has a UK release of that available, and like I said, I just opted to get this. Just get into that. I need to rewatch that movie, by the way. Crash. I need to rewatch this. Sometimes I'll pop in a movie just for the hell of it, and I may not be in the mood for really watching it, but this was a trip, man. I need to rewatch this. Next up, I picked up the complete Lady Snowblood collection. I picked this up because I know that this was a inspiration behind Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill. So I really wanted to check this out. I will be watching this soon, so probably won't review it. This is just for something for me to watch in, my downtime. You know what I mean? So that is Lady Snowblood. And last but not least, for years, I've been part of discussion groups on YouTube Lives and with some of my comrades. They've mentioned this title, and then recently, what is his name? CHH did a video on this, and I said, well, I've got to pick this up now. I've definitely got to pick this up. I picked up Cure. This was another one that I had to purchase from Amazon because my Barnes and Noble didn't have it when it said they did have it. So, but that's my Criterion pickups for the month, and oh my gosh, I still got a pile to go through. We're gonna get through it. So the next few that I picked up, let's see what I got here. I'm gonna go through this little pile here. I get these quickly out of the way. So I also picked up Super Mario Galaxy 2. As you guys know, I am a gamer. I did love the first Super Mario Brothers movie, so it was a no-brainer to pick up the sequel. Me and my wife really loved this film. I think I actually like this a little bit more than the first one. Just my take on it. I really love that one. Next up, the horror film that's got the world ablazing and the YouTuber turned filmmaker shot his shot and definitely scored big time with this one. I'm talking about Obsession. Yeah, this movie here. Man, this is a great watch. Great watch. Highly recommend you pick this up, whether it's the 4K or the Blu-ray edition. Definitely worth having in your horror collection if you're a horror fan. Um, I may or may not be doing a review on this. I know there's countless of other reviews online about it, and typically when movies get too trendy like that, I don't bother with it. So, but yeah, that's Obsession. Just take my recommendation. Take my recommendation. That's a great horror film. Next up, I've got the next big release from Synapse this year, which I actually have the original Blu-ray version of it. I have not watched this one yet. I will, because I've been hearing a lot of people say great things about it, but that is Prom Night from Synapse. I picked up Frankenhooker. They've got another movie they got on there right now that's on pre-order, but me personally, I'm waiting for Prom Night 2 and Fright Night 2 for them to, eventually release those. Those are what I'm more excited about. But it's nice to have this because, in my opinion, this is a horror classic, so it's nice to have Prom Night in 4K. And like I stated before, this wasn't the last. This ain't the last. This is probably the last time you'll see Jackie Chan in this pickup, but in this video. But I picked up Police Story 3 Super Cop in 4K. Who is this? 88 Films. 88 Films actually has a section in Barnes and Noble now, and they had a sale on this, so I decided to pick this up. And I also picked up a movie I've been wanting to pick up too. Was the 4K of Drive. I never had this in my collection, and I heard great things about it. So that's Drive in 4K. So there's that. I'm going to set that to the side. I'll come back to that one. Next up, I've got some Shout releases in 4K, which I will be doing a review of one of these. I may do one on the other one as well. But that is Pleasantville. Funny story about Pleasantville. So, spoiler alert, this 4K looks absolutely amazing. I have the DVD of it over on my shelf. I may use that as comparison purposes. But I will say that there has been a lot of uproar online about there's a scene in this movie that has been censored for the 4K version that was not censored before. If there is a little bit of censorship, I mean, I get it, it sucks. That's the director's intent. If that's the way he wants it to be put out there, let him censor his own movies. Let's not go at it with pitchforks and tiki torches. I'm just saying. But don't let that ruin you from checking out this 4K. I'm not going to lie to you, this is probably going to be on my 4K list of the year for best transfers. This one was outstanding. Outstanding. That's Pleasantville from Shout. Also picked up Unlawful Entry. Which I think originally when they came out with this, Shout did like a limited Blu-ray release of this. I think it was last year or the year before last. And now they're bringing it back out in 4K. So I picked up Unlawful Entry. That should show you Shout. You shouldn't make your things super limited. Next up, I gotta give a shout out to my guy over at Valoria Video. Gotta give a massive shout out to him. I was able to get something that I went back and forth about not picking it up and picking it up because I've got 2 versions of this film already, and by the time I make a third purchase of it, that's when things get a little hairy. You gotta like include something that's really gonna pull me in to buy it. It's gotta be more than just a fancy edition box. I'm not like a lot of other people out here in YouTube that's gonna buy like 5 or 6 different versions of a film. I mean, my shelf space is precious. I mean, I don't know if you can see behind me, but I'm losing storage behind me. So, but this was well worth it. And I'm talking about Turbine's legendary Texas Chainsaw Massacre set. So there's that. There's a spine. There's the back of it there. And the reason why I picked this up is because you got I think it's called Dinner with Leatherface. You got that documentary in here, and you also got the Chain Reactions documentary in here as well, on top of the movie itself. It's still got the same special features that's been rinsed and recycled for years on end. But I mainly picked this up because it came with everything, which come to find out it doesn't necessarily come with everything. So when me and the missus actually go to Scarefest this year and Dark Sky has a booth there, I'm probably going to pick up the Dark Sky release of Chain Reactions, because the one thing this is missing the other cuts of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This has only got like a old VHS print and a Super 8 print of it on here as well. They didn't include all the other ones. But yeah, this is still very nice to have. You'll see in later videos, you'll see, because I bought this while I was on vacation, you'll see old Leatherface here standing on top of this box set. So it'll look nice up on my shelf with it. But yeah, that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre Legendary Edition from Turbine. So there's that. All right, we're moving on through it. I think I'm a little bit past the half point. I think hopefully we're getting there, people. Next up, I got my Vinegar Syndrome. I think it was the halfway. Is it halfway the? I get so confused by that. Is it halfway the Black Friday sale? I don't know. I feel like I've said that already. But the last Vinegar Syndrome sale, I got my releases in. One of them, which you will definitely see a review of it, is on this fantastic VSU of "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker." So this has always been one of my all-time favorite comedies of all time. I grew up loving this film, loving it to death, and I'm so happy Vinegar Syndrome gave this the royal treatment out of their movies. This became a VSU. This was well worthy of a VSU, and I think I said a few videos back that that I would hope, since they had the MGM, see there, MGM, you see it. Since they've been in bed with MGM, that I would hope that they would do this. And look, they released it. So, and made it a VSU with that too. So that's I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Then also I picked up part of their cinematograph line. I picked up 54. Very good movie. It's a very beautiful box set too. Very beautiful box set. So I had to pick this up as well. Now this one isn't necessarily new. This was actually one of the things they had on sale. I picked up this movie called Consume. This was definitely a blind buy for me. At like $15, you can't go wrong with it. I did check out the trailer like I always do, and went with it at that. So next up, I got the classic slasher Night School. Got that as well. And then also, because one wasn't enough to actually make me sit there and just shock and awe of everything, and I picked up Faces of Death Part 2. I said there, if the brutal and explicit depiction of actual death upsets you, please do not view this film. So, unlike the first one, you don't get a booklet with it. It's just, you get the DVD case in typical VSA fashion. So, I really like that. And literally right before I sat down and made this video, they just announced Part 3. Part 3 is coming this month. So, I guess we're getting all the Faces of Death in 4K, so let it keep torturing my brain here. Next up, I got also the classic movie Lady in White. Also got this as well. Very beautiful. And then last but not least, I couldn't end me not getting this movie, because I have all of these movies, all the iterations of it except for the original. Don't shoot me. I will eventually get it. But I got Abel Ferrara's Body Snatchers. This was a must for me. This was an absolute must for me. I grew up watching this movie as a kid, man. And this was actually my introduction as a kid into the Body Snatcher movie. So very thrilled to have this. I hope, because again, they're going with the whole Warner Archive ordeal. I hope they do Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3. I hope. So, but yeah, that's that. So there's that. All right, we're moving on through it. So we're getting through the pile here, little by little. We'll definitely get there eventually. So next up, I got two Kino Lorber titles in, which I got Wes Craven's Deadly Blessing. And I also got in, this is what I picked up during my Orbit video trip. I picked up a Flight. They had just literally put this out on the shelf when I walked into the store, so that was really cool. So next up, now this one here, I picked this movie up because I remember watching this movie and I was a huge fan of it. But this Blu-ray edition of it is not it. I hope somebody does a better treatment with this, because the Blu-ray to this looked awful. But that is Devil in the Flesh. I don't know what company it is. It's some German company that put this out. If you've never seen Devil in the Flesh, I believe this is one of Rose McGowan's first films, man. And I could be wrong, but this is a film she made before she blew up. Right before Jawbreaker, if I'm not mistaken. This movie's good. This movie's good. It's kind of like Clueless. Not Clueless. I said Clueless. It's kind of like Crush. The Crush. Kind of like The Crush. Just a little bit more twisted. But yeah, definitely check this out. If you've never seen it before, stream it. Definitely stream it. But do not buy this Blu-ray. This Blu-ray sucks. This Blu-ray absolutely sucks. So there's that. And next up, I bit the bullet. I said I wasn't going to do it, but then, FOMO started calling to me, and this was a movie I do not have in my collection. I picked up 30 Days of Night. Now, back when this movie came out, I want to say this is based on a comic book. And the movie was really great. It was a classic, man. In my opinion, it's a classic vampire film. Put some respect on this movie, man, if you're a fan of vampire movies. This needs to be included in the discussion, without a shadow of a doubt. Definitely expect a review on this. I'm excited to revisit this, man. This was a banger of a vampire flick. If my memory serves me correct, this was a banger of a vampire flick. Next up, I got two titles in from Umbrella, and I just want to say something, and it's not a shot towards anybody out there that gets Umbrella stuff out there. I'm not bitter or upset or anything like that. But sometimes, to me, and this is why I also love Umbrella for the fact that they do this when a lot of other companies don't. I got the standard slipcover editions of these two movies, and I saw them and I was kind of like, you know what? Sometimes you just don't need chunky boxes. You just don't need them. I feel like in a lot of different ways they're overrated. And I feel like our job as people who talk about physical media on YouTube, we shouldn't be creating FOMO for our viewers to go out and get the biggest and best sets, because while on paper they're definitive, they don't really speak volumes to the film itself. And that's what I'm getting at with these two films here. The first one I got in was We Bury the Dead. Love this film as well. The next one is the classic Wrong Turn. I could have gotten this in a chunky and got it from Umbrella, but I got to thinking to myself, like, do I really need a chunky of Wrong Turn? No. Somebody else may want it, but for me, I don't need that. And to me, and I say this to you guys, like, seriously, you don't have to get the big box editions. No matter what anybody tells you, no matter how much they glorify it, you do not have to buy the big box editions. You can just get a normal slipcover, or heck, they even sell versions without the slipcover. You can go after those. They're just as good. You'll have the movie in your collection, because that's what we truly care about, is the film, special features. As long as you get all of that, and they're in every edition. I want to say even also Second Sight does a good job of that as well. Second Sight don't do slipcovers, but far as the special features on disc, they give you all of that in there. So, but I don't want to steer my subscribers the wrong way and tell them like, hey, you should get the biggest and best, unless you're a huge fan of it. So sorry for rambling, but I needed to get that off my chest. So there's that. Next up, I will be doing a review on this. I did pick up the 4K Steelbook for Michael. Definitely one of my favorite movies of the year, but I have my own personal issues with it. And I will tell you guys when I do the review to this, it's probably going to be a very lengthy review. Just mainly filled with personal opinions of how I feel this movie should have went. And I'm not talking about the allegations. No, I'm not talking about that because that's not where the timeline of this movie takes place. But I opted for this one because I felt like to me this one looked the best to me. I really love this one. And you know, I'm a Lionsgate limited go hard. And I didn't feel the need to get the Lionsgate limited version of this because all you got was pretty much a nicer little box and you got a photo gallery book in it. That's it. They didn't offer anything else different that's on disc that you get in the stores on that. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna get the Steelbook. I'm happy with that. And I'm about as big of a Michael fan as anyone could imagine. This is great. This is great for me. The Amazon version is also a nice looking steelbook as well. And even the standard slipcover, that's good too. So that's Michael in 4K. And then I also picked this up because this was on sale. This was a movie I found hilarious when I was growing up as a kid. But I picked up, but I'm a cheerleader. I picked this up as well. This is one of those little funky Lionsgate cases too, man. I thought this was like a steel book with the translucent front on it, and it's not. So this reminds me of what's the name of that movie? Knock Knock. This reminds me of the Lionsgate limited Knock Knock set. And this is just Lionsgate, don't do this again. Please don't do this again. Okay, so that's that. And then next up, I did pick this up because I am a big fan. I really didn't need to rebuy this. I really didn't, but that's the steelbook to this looks so incredible that I had to have it. Now I will go to tell you that this is the second time I've bought this film. It's not the first, second time, and this is the last time I'll buy it unless something different happens. But I picked up Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead, the Sony Steelbook, 4K Steelbook. Man, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I have something to get off my chest. I love my YouTube brethren. Okay, I love them to death. But sometimes a lot of YouTubers have a weird way of like saying, you know, you shouldn't get this edition because I personally think it sucks. Okay? But you're not being factually correct here. Here's what I'll say about this. I've got the big boy Evil Dead, what's it called? The Groovy edition from that Lionsgate put out years ago, which is out of print now. People talk about you shouldn't get that one because it was crappy. You don't get everything. Here's the thing people are not telling you about that edition. The main reason why people bought the 4K, other than the fact that it looks really, really nice, is that they give you a lot of the special features that you got on the original like Anchor Bay releases from back in the day on DVD or whatnot. But I'll tell you just from looking at this, you still don't get everything on this. And you don't have to buy that Anchor Bay DVD edition or Blu-ray edition to get those. That Lionsgate Groovy Edition set, you got all the special features that's ever come out for the Evil Dead. Period. There's like a bonus DVD inside the package that gives you all of those special features from those Anchor Bay DVDs. Don't believe me? Look it up. Okay? If you already have that set, but you're on the fence about buying this, don't do what I did and buy this just because how cool it looks. And I'm kind of regretting buying this just a little bit. I'm regretting buying this a little bit because the transfer to me didn't look that much different from the one that came in that edition. Apparently there was some sound upgrades on this. I couldn't tell a difference. But yeah, you know, I don't like talking bad about people on here. That's not what I like to do, but I want to get the information out there to you guys, let you know that don't let someone downplay an old edition because they don't have it anymore or they don't plan to get it or they've never had it, to tell you that if you do have it, it's a bad edition. This is the definitive edition. No, it's not. The definitive edition is what you make of it. Point blank and period. I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? But that's Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead in 4K. Next up, I picked up this Steelbook from Warner Brothers. My Walmart had it on sale. Not, you know me, I'm not really huge on Steelbooks, but I'm not gonna pass up a good deal. Picked up the 4K 4 eraser. So a lot of people said this transfer looked amazing. So I can't wait to check this one out as well. All right, we're getting down to the final few things I got here. So next up, I picked up Ready or Not 2. They Will Kill You in 4K. This was a banger. This was a banger. I don't care what anybody says. This was an absolute banger. Definitely check this out. I love this film. I loved it from start to finish. And next up, just because I'm a huge video game fan, and I actually did enjoy the sequel. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. But that was Mortal Kombat 2 in 4K. Got that as well. All right. And then I want to just go through these right quick. I went to a store while we were out. Me and my wife, we stopped at a, if you guys are familiar with the McKay's, there's one in Nashville and there's also one in Chattanooga. So the one in Chattanooga was actually on our way to the Smoky, so we decided to stop in. I picked up Power Rangers in 4K. I actually like this film. Guilty pleasure. I actually like this one. So there's that. I picked up season 1 of In Living Color. And believe it or not, your boy still buys DVDs. Okay, I still buy DVDs. Also picked up Dangerous Minds. Classic. And I also picked up, which I thought this was really cool that I found this. I picked up the Porky's Ultimate Collection in DVD. And it's got a lenticular on the front, which I think is really freaking cool. So I picked that up as well. Now I'm gonna get to the last part of this video. So I'm gonna get to the last part of this video. And I also got this in, which I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. If you're a fan, you need to buy this, whether it's this edition or the standard edition. You owe it to yourself to have this in your collection. Don't listen to what people say how terrible the transfer looks like. If you're a fan of a movie, you don't give a shit. Just saying it. I'm just laying it out there. But I picked up this beautiful edition of Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair from Lionsgate Limited. This thing is a thing of beauty. I'll probably go more in depth with this when I do the review of it. I'm so happy to own this, man. This was always like a fabled legendary tale about the existence of this film, and now I have it in my collection. It's an awesome feeling. It's awesome feeling. Okay, so then I'm gonna talk about this, and then we'll get to the last few that I got in here. So I'll get to that story here in a minute. But I also picked up, I found this on sale at my Barnes and Noble, and that's The House with the Laughing Windows. I know this has been out for a minute, and I've always gone back and forth about, man, I should have got this. I should have gotten this so bad. They had one, and I said, you know, I'm picking it up. Not looking back. So now I have that in my collection now. I also got Falling Down. These are all Arrow titles, by the way. Falling Down. Got that as well. And I also picked up To Live and Die in LA. This is my second time purchasing this film. I do own the Kino Lorber version of it, but again, I'm going to go hard for the slip covers, and my edition didn't have a slip cover. But if you already own the Kino Lorber edition, there's really no need to buy this one, other than if you're really peculiar about, you know, compression, artifacts, and things of that nature. This may be a little bit better as far as that goes. But I thought it was really cool with this. I wanted to show you guys that it came with this. And apparently every edition comes with a different dollar. But I got like a counterfeit William Dafoe dollar that comes inside of here. I thought that was really cool. So, but yeah, I picked this up. Add that to the collection. I'm going to speed through these, guys. I'm sorry. I've been taking up all this time here. I also picked up Wake and Fright, which I know Umbrella has a really great edition. I didn't get that version, and when I saw that Arrow was going to release this, released their version of it, I said, I'll just get the Arrow. I just get the Arrow version. It sounds like a cliche at this point. I'll just wait for Arrow. And then these last three, I picked up the original Speak No Evil, because, a lot of people told me that Speak No Evil, the newer Speak No Evil, doesn't hold a flame to this, so I decided to pick up the OG of that. And I picked up Sex and Fury and Female Yakuza Tale. So I picked this up as well. And then last but not least, my pickups from Orbit. And I'm going to this quick story here with Orbit. So while I was in Orbit DVD, they put these out, and they already had this up there, so this was a must for me to get. This has been out for a while, but I picked up the 4K to the Babadook. Again, I don't need the huge chunky edition of that. This is all I need of this movie. And it gives you all the special features with it too. This has been out for quite some time though, but I really wanted this movie in my collection, so I got that. I picked up this movie they put out that's called Dolly. Apparently it's a Shudder original. Dolly. So I picked this up too. This was a complete blind buy, by the way. Complete blind buy. And then I also picked up The People versus Larry Flint in 4K. So I picked this up as well. So there's that. So now the final thing that I got in. Honestly, I got it in last week. And I bought it from Orbit DVD. I didn't want to put who I had gotten it from originally, because I didn't want people to go at it. The last thing I want people to do is go after a company's head because they sent a damaged good. Okay. But I pre-ordered Stranger Things from Orbit DVD, and it got shipped. I don't want to say it shipped out to me. It showed it had shipped not last week, but the week before last. It shipped out, but it took a good minute. Unlike my normal Orbit DVD releases, it took a minute for it to get here. And when it finally got here, I was excited. I unboxed it. I'll put the pictures up here. And it was damaged. It was badly damaged. So then I posted on my Instagram about my utter disappointment about it. I didn't say at the time who I had bought it from. Again, because I really love Orbit DVD. I love them. They're like one of my all-time favorite places to buy my physical media from. And I shot them an email. They very kindly and quickly responded back to me and apologized. They sent me out a shipping label to return it, and that they would send me a new one another one back out and better protected. But since me and my wife were heading up into the Smokies, I figured, why don't I just stop in the store? So I wrote them and said, hey, could I just bring it with me while we're on our vacation? Like, yeah, sure, bring it by. So I walked into the store, gave them my Stranger Things set that was banged up pretty badly, and they had my name on a very pristine edition of the set, and they brought it out, and this was the last pickup that I got. This beautiful thing here. I won't take anything out of it. I probably won't do a review on it because there's countless unboxings on YouTube already of this thing. It is beautiful. But for those that haven't, they just strictly watch my channel, I'll just take this off and show you what you get in here. This is, if you're going to do a release of physical release of a TV series, this is the way to do it. This is honestly the best way to do it. No stacked discs. You get everything in here. You got all 5 seasons in traditional Arrow fashion. You get the big booklet. You get posters. You got some goodies inside this box. I mean, this thing came loaded. If you're a fan of Stranger Things, you owe it to yourself to either buy this edition or get the standard edition. I watched one episode. I watched the very first episode for the first time in a very long time. And that first episode looked amazing. Looked absolutely amazing. The sound sounded incredible. So that tone right then and there, man, that set the tone for the rest of the stuff that's the rest of the seasons that's in this box. That it's gonna look amazing. Well, people, sorry it's been a very long video. I hate doing long form videos like this, but I needed to get this out here to you guys because if I didn't, it would have been longer if I waited a little bit longer and kept getting more physical media in. And I still want to do some reviews. So I apologize greatly that it's taken me this long to get a video out to you guys. And like I said at the very beginning, from the very bottom of my heart, thank you so much for sticking around. But for new people that watch my videos, you know, all I can ask you guys for is a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll try not to be away as long again. I need to get some things up here together first because like I said, I was an emotional wreck most of July. But anywho, that does it for the video and for the haul, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.